All right, so I want to just give you a quick scenario. The last week of April, this turkey season, I got involved with a spot and stalk on a flock. I kind of boogered it up and I split the flock up. This is all in a wet prairie with a lot of cedars and stuff like that, a lot of underbrush type scenario. And I boogered it up. And I kind of figured where I thought they'd go to cut them off. So I went and cut them off, I don't know, 500 yards down. I ended up getting kind of pinned down by the flock. They came through and I ran out of cover and I had to make a shot. I was set up. I stalked in on this hen. She came over through my left. I thought these two toms would follow her, but they didn't. They came to my right. So now I'm stuck here. I had lots of nice cover and a small window to shoot through coming from this way. This way is the way the toms went, where I was completely exposed and just screwed. So I had to force a shot. I'm set up on my knees like this. I had to force a shot like this. After a very long hold, I shot and I missed. They didn't really know what happened. They kind of boogered out a little bit, and out of desperation, I took another shot. So this was and missed. So this was on a Monday afternoon. I had to go back to work for the rest of the week. So that was all she wrote. So I ended up packing up and getting out of town after that. I could not find my arrows in this prairie grass. I looked and looked. I knew exactly where the birds were when I shot. I just shot just barely over top of them on the first shot, and they were kind of walking and quartering away on the second shot, and I didn't quite time it right, and I shot exactly in between them at just the perfect height. I was like, dang it. But so I ended up coming back because I bought tags for the next season, the next period. So I hunted on a Friday afternoon. I got up there right after work. I hunted back in that same area. I waited until it was dark. I walked back to the area where this had happened, and I just kind of hung out until it got dark. So after these arrows had been buried underneath the prairie grass for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday until dark, so 5 days, they both lit up bright as could be, and I was able to recover both arrows. Okay, so I shut them off at that time, but the arrows, the nocks, the battery life had been significantly damaged. They weren't very bright. They would still light up when you shot them. They still worked, but they weren't very bright. So I let the arrows just sit along with my other stuff. I'm getting ready for the hunting season again. It's the beginning of July right now, and started shooting again. So I decided that those two arrows that I shot, because the Luminox, you got to remember that a Luminox, they have a battery in them and stuff. They weigh more than your regular nock, just your standard nock arrows. Just to give you, for instance, I was shooting today, and I was actually shooting both sets of arrows. And at 40 yards with my bow, I'm shooting a Matthews Vertex, 70 pounds. And I got about a 5-inch difference, 4 to 5 inch difference in height. These ones obviously shoot lower because they're a little back heavy. So that's just something to take into account. But I started shooting again a week ago, and I figured, screw it, I'm just going to leave these nocks run until they run out. I'm not going to shut them off after I shoot all the time. So I'm going to have two nocturnal nocks that I have to practice with, and then practice with my other regular nocked arrows, so I'm not having to shut them off all the time and wear out the lights. So this thing has been running for another week, and I even got these nocks had black spray paint on them, so that way I didn't mix up the arrows on which ones were which. So even with this black spray paint on this one, you can still see that it's lit, and this one is dead. But they've got 2 weeks of runtime on them, so I'm just saying that's pretty neat. I'm gonna shut the lights off, and you'll be able to see this, and that'll be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.